Let me tell you about the Gestalt principles. Closure is the perception of a whole shape even when it is incomplete. If there is enough of the shape indicated, people will naturally fill in the missing information. You perceive a panda holding his tie, when in fact it is merely made up of black shapes. Here we have proximity. This occurs when objects are spaced closely together. They tend to be perceived as a group. The top squares appear to be one group, because they are closer together. If they were scattered randomly, they would be seen as separate shapes. Figure and ground is how the mind differentiates an object from its background. Figure is the object that you choose to focus on, while the ground is the background that you can actively switch. Depending on which color you choose to focus on, you will perceive either a flock of birds or a school of fish. Continuity is the tendency for us to complete shapes or lines past their end, such as in this example. This is why we tend to organize stimuli into lines and patterns, and why this example is perceived as two crossing lines, instead of individual dots. Similarity occurs when objects look similar to one another. People often perceive them as a group or pattern. The shapes to the left appear to be placed in rows, because of their similarity. Symmetry occurs because we tend to like symmetrical objects, and group them as such. For the object above, we group the brackets into 3 groups that are symmetrical, not as individual brackets. The mind splits this picture down the middle, in order to see 2 symmetrical images. Common fate is the grouping of like moving objects. Those which move the same direction as each other are grouped together. Objects moving in like directions in this photo are naturally grouped together. The law of good Gestalt, or the law of pragmas, states that reality is organized down to its simplest forms possible. The law of past experience states that our past experiences affect our perception. You would not have known this was a stoplight if you had never seen one before. Thank you for watching this presentation. I hope you had fun reviewing with me. I also hope Mrs. Robertson gives Brandon and Colin an A on this.